Hello, lovelies. It is Wise Women's Wednesday. Who's here? Are you ready to get busy? I know that I am. I know that I am. I see people. Bring it. Let's do this. I've got so many things to share with you today. I can't wait too. So bring it on in, guys. Bring it on in. There's my girl, Marianne. Mitten Mama. I love it. Hi, Marianne. Got the Mariannes 2 in a row. Different spellings. Denise is here, and so is Catherine. Yay. Hello, Marguerite. And there's Nancy. Yay. Hi, Kathy. Carla's here. Here comes Doris. Who else? Who else is going to walk on in? There's Corky. Pinky's up. Corky's on fire already. And there's Catherine. And Christine. And Joanne. Gwen's here. I'm so glad to see everybody. And there, who do you think just showed up? Jenny. Hello, Barbara and Vanessa. And say hi to the girls, Vanessa. Hey, Lizzie. Nancy had a Epsom salt bath. Is that not the most relaxing thing? There's my girl, Susan. Hi, Heather. And there's V. No, sorry. No, sorry, you're good. Hello, Marlena. Nice to see you from New Jersey. Who else is here? You know, everybody's just going to come flying in when they come flying in, because today is our day. Today is Wednesday. It's Wise Women's Wednesday. It's my favorite day. We get to talk about the things that make us wise, that create just this really tangible life that we can have. That's what we get to do. And that's what this is all about, you know, because, yeah, we come in the back door through nutrition, don't we? But here we are, all enjoying our newfound lives. So I like that. Susan and Janet are in the house. Hello, hello. Anyway, I just want to share a couple of things with you. First things first, I got 2 little cards. I got gifts in the mail yesterday. How does that happen? Whoop, somebody else lost another pound. Joanne did, and Cynthia's here. You guys, it's so good to see you all. I got these 2 lovely cards yesterday in the mail, and one was from my girl Susan, who's here, and the other one is from Diane, who I've not seen yet, but she'll be in here in just a minute. Diane sent me this beautiful card, and in the box, actually, was this. Look at this. Live life in full bloom. Is that not beautiful? That's one of our conferences that we have. One of our workshops is called Full Bloom, and it's about living your life absolutely bloomed out at the fullest that you can possibly live. And it's heart and soul. This is what makes me tick. And she sent me this with tea bags inside because I ran out of tea. Is that not the sweetest thing ever? And a note of encouragement. You know, I need to be encouraged too. So I just said, that's just such a thank you. And I just want to acknowledge Diane's sweetness and just her care and her big, empathetic, beautiful heart. And then I got this little card and lovely, beautiful note from my girl Susan, who's here. And, you know, in the card, she said a lot of really sweet things, but she said, thank you for sharing your purpose with us. I'm discovering what my purpose is now. And there's more to it, but it's personal. And I just say thank you to Susan. Both of them are one of our coaching clients, and both of them, can I just tell you how my heart is bursting with gratitude? So thank you for that, you 2 beautiful souls, and all of you beautiful souls. But just that little extra thing, it just lit me up. And how appreciative I am of that, and how appreciative I am that we have this kind of a community that reaches out to each other and holds each other in such a tight space. And there's room for others. There's room for more. We have open hearts and open hands, and we're always wanting to grab your hand. So if you know somebody who's struggling and having a hard time, this is a good place for them. So anyway, how blessed I was. And I had a little tear or 2 yesterday and just thought, oh, this is the sweetest thing. And this is so kind, and this is so generous, and this is so loving. Well, anyway, thank you both. Diane and Susan, you guys just lit my day up yesterday. Thank you. And I'll be enjoying that tea, let me just tell you. And here is our quote of the week. The more you love your decisions, the less you're going to need others to love them for you, right? Heck no. Mother Teresa said that. That's a strong woman, right? She's a strong woman. This is a woman who believed in putting action behind her words. This is kind of what we're going to be talking about a little bit today because, you know, we all want to avoid struggle. You know, we have this, oh, I'm on the struggle bus. How many times have I heard that? But the struggle is where the victories begin. You know, without the struggle, we can't have the victory. Without the effort, we can't get back the reward. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that because I want you to embrace where you are. I want you to have the things you want to have. And I want you to see that there is a way to get beyond this whole struggle and avoidance and all of that and get into the place of seeing that right over that mountain there is your destination. Right over that horizon there is exactly what you're seeking. And the fact that the strength is inside is where we should all light up like Christmas trees. It's yummy. It's really yummy. Next week, next Monday, we are starting the hydration challenge. Now, we're going to do it, we're going to do it right there in the Hot Melt Sprint group because we have such a great community of women and we love bringing people together. The hydration challenge is free. The hydration challenge will show you how to make like delicious infused waters. We have all the different recipes there. And the hydration challenge are going to give you the what ifs, what fors, and whys because this is a big part of the puzzle. Not only for feeling good, not only for feeling great, but getting rid of the C word, the constipation, right? Also, getting rid of cravings, this, that, and the other thing, and getting your body back to where you want it. It's part of our whole thing. Without hydration, we lose it. We really do. Without hydration, we're constantly struggling with all kinds of things. And again, struggle bus, is not a thing. We're not going to get on any struggle buses. You know what we're going to get on? We're going to get on to the understanding of what a struggle really is. So there. And I can't tell you, we're almost out of these. Almost out of our mindful mugs. So many of these have gone up. And if you see it, it says mindful mug and Pinkies Up cup because people are always asking, what is this Pinkies Up? It is our symbol of solidarity, that we're in this together, that we are a community, we are connected, and we are that rising tide. We are lifting all the boats. We are those women. And we are collectively stronger when we're together than individually. So we can see that. We can see that inside. Yes, we've got a lot that we need to tackle, but let's also take a look at what we can do as a community. And if you were in the Sprint group, we have, as a matter of fact, Amber, she's so great. She's our new customer service rep. We just absolutely love her. Jenny and I are in love. She just does all the things, all the things, and comes up with these great ideas. She came up with a hydration challenge. She created all the graphics and everything, and we're really excited for it. She also saw one of you say, wouldn't it be great to see how many pounds we lost? Well, just from what we gathered on this one post, which I know is probably double, if not more, over 245 pounds lost in this 1 week of Sprint. Just 245 pounds. And there were inches too and all of that. But how fun is that? And I want to see them lost forever. I want to see them not just lost, but pitched and gone. This represents inflammation. This represents feeling bad. This represents pain being taken away. And so how fun is that? Go take a look at it. Amber put it together. It's right there in our Hot Melt Sprint Facebook group. And we're super happy with all of that. So there. All right, what else do we have going on? Oh, here it is, I forgot. We have everybody saying, when is the supplement of the week back? Well, let me just first of all tell you that we have bulk buys. We've gone all Costco on you. And we put some bulk buys together. The more you buy, the more you get, and up to 25% off, and it's huge. It's on the whole website. But understand too, we're out of a bunch of stuff because people took advantage of it. So we're out of CLA, Just Juice Veggies, maybe a couple of other things. We will be ordering them, but again, we're passing the savings on. And this week, we just got in a ton of, are you ready? L-glutamine, my friends. L-glutamine, my absolute favorite amino acid for knocking out cravings. This is something that I learned from a psychiatrist who deals with addicts. And addiction is a thing. It lights up one area of your brain. Whether you're a carb addict or a meth addict, you ready for that? Same area of the brain that gets lit up. And we Jones, we Jones for our fix. We need our fix, right? This L-glutamine, which I put in a bowl, you can put it on your finger, see, like that? There you go. Yep, knocks it out right there. If you were jonesing for a Frito or a Dorito or, a chip or something, cookies, whatever it is, and you're just like, oh, I'm obsessed, I can't help it, I want to go get that, whatever, this is your first go-to. And I have so many people who are on this, and not only does it knock out cravings, but it also helps to heal your gut. And understand this, people ask me all the time, what's leaky gut? Well, leaky gut means that food is leaking out into your body and it shouldn't be. And that's because those little junctures that have all the little villi like this open up. And when they open up, the food slips out. And your body sees this as an invader because your food isn't where it should be. So we need to close that back up because your health begins in your gut. We need healthy, strong microbiomes. This is what lights up. This is foundational for your immunity too. So don't forget about that. So this is a biggie. You buy 3. Go to savingdinner.com/glute, G-L-U-T. You buy 3 of these, we will put the 4th one in for you free, and you'll get free shipping if you put ships free in the promo window. Just got to tell you about that because this will go fast. Every single time we've done this, we've run out. As a matter of fact, we've already put in another order because we know you're going to snap all this up. If you're smart, you are. This is how we roll, and load up your cart, get over $200. I will send you this lovely mindful mug and this little note card with a specialized, personalized note just for you to let you know how much you're loved. That's all. You get the hydration challenge if you're not in the hot melt. Just go into the hot melt sprint. That's it. You don't have to do the hot melt sprint, but this is our group. We do things as a group. You know why we do things as a group? Because I told you, rising tide floats all boats, lifts all boats. We do this as a group. You don't want to do this by yourself. It's a challenge. We want to go in. So come on down, Sonia. All you have to do is just join it. You don't have to do the sprint, but you can do the hydration challenge with us. Yes. Friday is our Q&A. I've been forgetting to tell you about it all week. We don't have a whole lot of questions. If you have a nutrition question that you want answered, if you have a supplement question that you want answered, and if you have a cooking question, I will take care of it. Any other kind of question, it's under consideration. What can I say? Send it in to support@savingdinner.com, and in that subject line, put question for Leanne on Friday, and I will answer it right now, right here in this area, right where I am, on Friday at the very same time, very same place. Okay? So don't forget about that. And don't forget about the L-glutamine too. It'll probably be gone in 2 or 3 days. I'm not kidding. That always happens. And $200, and in that cart, get yourself stocked up, take advantage of our sales, and you will also get a mindful mug. Who doesn't want this? It's my favorite thing. I'm talking today about how wise women embrace the struggle instead of trying to avoid the struggle. We have this notion that we want this life of ease, and we do everything that we can in order to avoid it. I get it. Struggle's painful. I was doing some, I've set up my little gym downstairs in the, right next to the warehouse, and I've got my little gym set up. I've got a weights. I've got kettlebells. I've got a big weight bar coming. Just waiting on that. I've got a bench, and I've got a book with a schedule on what it is that I need to do. And I don't want to do it. But my I don't wannas need to get transformed into I'm going to do it anyway so that I can enjoy the victory. Because without the struggle, you don't get the victory. Without the struggle, you don't get the effort put forth anyway. And without that, you don't get the transformation. You got that one? Transformation happens with struggles. And they've shown this scientifically to be true, like with the chicken or even a butterfly, that if we help that butterfly out of that cocoon, without that struggle, that butterfly's just not going to make it. Same with a chicken. You don't open the chicken egg and what have you. They need that struggle. That struggle is what develops and helps that chick to become a full-blown chicken. And same with the metamorphosis of the caterpillar into a butterfly. We can't help that along. We need to allow for it. And that's how it is with ourselves. We're always when we're looking at losing something that we used to do and changing over to something that we want to do, it doesn't come just like magically without ease, with ease and no struggle. There's struggle involved. It's going to maybe hurt a little bit. It's going to be hard to get up in time. It's going to be hard to say, yeah, I just want to do this. This is exciting. This is fun. But the struggle activates your growth. That's the thing that I look at. Is like, what have I learned from this? How have I become better? What is the struggle showing me? And how is it developing me into a different person? Because I don't know about you, but 1 week from today, or one week, 1 month, and 1 year from today, I want to be just a little bit different. I want to be growing into the challenges that I put into my own life. And when we put in challenges, we are asking, basically we're asking the potter, God, to burn off the dross. There's plenty that we need to get rid of. There's plenty of things. We're all flawed. Have you noticed that? We're all flawed, but we're also remarkably made, aren't we? We are wonderfully made. Fearfully and wonderfully made. What does that mean? That means we're works of art. But as we become the full expression of who we are, we've got to drop the stuff. We got to drop it. We got to drop the excuses. We've got to drop all of the garbage. We've got to decide that we're not going to shrink away. We're going to stand in front of. We're going to get to the front of the bus. We're going to say to the bus driver, okay, ding, ding, pull over. I'm done riding this bus. I know where I want to go and I'll walk. I know what I want to see. I know what my destination looks like. I don't want this. Because the struggle bus goes around and around in circles. Think about it for a minute. Think about, if you know your Old Testament history and everything, and the Jews for 40 years wandered in the desert. Did you know that they went in a big circle? That it was, I can't remember exactly what the circumference was, but it was just walking in a circle. Talk about the carousel of crazy. They got nowhere fast. But here is the thing. When they started to recognize who God was and that He was basically in charge, and they rose up and they got away from their when they understood what this was all about, that is when they got through. We get through once we recognize what we're doing. We get through once we recognize that this is no longer the place that we want to go, that what we want is completely different than what happened, right? So take a look at what the struggle bus is when people talk about the struggle bus. Take a look at what is required for your growth to get to the other side. Think about it this way. When you're lifting weights, what are you doing? You are breaking down that muscle, putting itty bitty tiny tears in it, giving after you've worked out, you're giving yourself a day to rest so that it can build back up stronger than it was before. That's what a little bit of a struggle does. It builds back up. It builds you into who you want to be. But I'm going to also say this, that, and I read this, I can't remember, I would love to give credit to where I read this, but complaining isn't a strategy. It's simply not a strategy. You know what complaining is? Complaining is shrinking your brain. It's using up energy. It's redirecting yourself into all the reasons why you can't do this. And it shoulds all over you. Oh, I should be doing something else. I should be cleaning my grout. I should be, calling a friend. I should be doing this, or I'll do this instead. And whatever. We have all of our energy going into the things we don't want. Have you ever seen that? And when you understand too that complaining shrinks your brain, it literally shrinks your brain. Your hippocampus, which holds memories, holds, so many things, actually shrinks from the complaining. That negativity is so low brow. It's nothing. That negativity is habits. That negativity doesn't take us to the place we want to go. It throws us down the tube to the place we don't want to go. That's what complaining does. And complaining is not building toward. We build toward when we decide, okay, struggle happens, big deal. You ever had a baby? I don't know of anyone who just, squatted behind the tree and then boom, out that baby came. It was a struggle. And it transforms you from being a woman with a baby inside of you to being a mother with a baby out. Suddenly everything's different. Yeah, you got to feed it. You got to change diapers. You got to do everything. It changes you. Motherhood changes you. Woman, mother, big change. Anyone? Remember that? And we've all experienced this massive shift and change. Been married, lived by yourself for a while, then suddenly got married. Whoa, big change. What are we going to do about it? Do we complain? Oh my gosh, this baby wants to be fed. Oh my gosh, I got to change this dirty diaper. Do we complain about it or do we do it? We do the work because there's love involved. Well, what about if you put that love on yourself? This struggle is love. This struggle is you transforming. This struggle is changing your mind on what this is all about. It is effort. It is effort, and with that effort, you get the reward. Have you ever done anything and gotten an award without any kind of an effort? I haven't. Everything I've done has required effort. When I did my very first book, there was some effort involved. I've done 10 books, y'all. 10 published books. Every single one of them was a struggle toward the end. Man, I didn't want to do it. I've got one sitting right here that has some requirements left. A little bit of a struggle because I'm sick of it. You get sick of things. But here's what it is. Here's what it is. You get to choose on what you're going to put your energy toward. Complaining, whining, calling friends, getting on the Netflix, doing all. Think about all of the energy that goes toward not and avoiding, to going toward not what it is that you want to do. Because doing this thing here is going to get you that thing over there that you want so badly. But if we don't understand, and if we don't embrace, and if we don't get in the startup and start running the race with everybody else, out of shape, it's going to be hard, this, that, and the other thing, we don't get to compete. We just don't get to compete. So I say to you, if you want the transformation, and you're going to have to go through the growth. And the growth doesn't come without the effort. And the effort sometimes is a bit of a struggle, and you'll have all that mental yada yada going on. Should I not? Should I talk myself out of it? Should I do something else instead? We have all of our ways of doing it, don't you? I mean, I have a million ways of avoiding things. But how about just saying, shut up, let's just do this. Shut up. Tell yourself. Yes, Bonnie just said, don't should on me. Exactly, don't should yourself to death. Should is just such a horrible, stupid word. Because that should takes up so much energy, doesn't it? It takes up so much energy. And what I'm saying to you is you've got this much energy. Where are you going to put it? What you focus on expands. And we can do this. When we build muscle, we're saying sayonara to fat. We are. And we're feeling better. We don't ever feel good neglecting ourselves, do we? Do you, at the end of the day, when you think, well, I never moved and I didn't do this, oh, I feel really good about that accomplishment. You don't. It doesn't give you anything in return. It gives you more guilt. It gives you more, makes you feel like this, I can't do this, it's too hard, I'm overwhelmed, and on you go into that downward slide. How about instead you take a look and you say, I'm going to do it anyway. Whatever. I'm not going to negotiate with myself, because sometimes negotiating with yourself is negotiating with a terrorist. You know, I want to hold you hostage. I want to make it so you don't get anything done. Who wants that? The struggle's worth it. The struggle's nothing. The struggle's small in comparison to the reward and the effort and the way you feel and how it makes you look at your life differently. Ask them. Ask everybody who is here. How do you feel? How do you feel after doing the sprint? How do you feel now that you've lost 50 pounds? How do you feel about your life? What looks different? It looks different, doesn't it? There's a whole different lens. Instead of shooting all over the place, which we don't want, we look at ourselves with a different lens. We stop the complaining and we start looking forward to what's the next thing. We stop the non-work and all the excuses for it, and instead look forward to it and do it anyway. And we accomplish things. Kaboom, there goes that one check mark. Kaboom, another one. There's just nothing like it. And it's all resides in your, I'm going to do it. Look at Joanne. She says amazing. Joanne's got the story to go with it. 50 pounds. And I'm going to say one thing about Joanne, because I know her so intimately, and you know, we've been coaching for a while now. I know what she's got on her plate. She's got a lot on her plate, a lot. And she could have said, you know, well, you know, with taking care of my dad, and it's just so much, and it's this, that, and the other thing. You know what? She shows up every single time. She shows up. She does the work. She doesn't excuse herself. She figures it all out. There's my girl, Diane. Diane, I was just talking about you, you lovely, lovely, lovely human. I just love you. This is how it's done. I watch it all the time in my groups. I watch it all the time with my coaching clients. The women that change their mind change their lives. The struggle is just, it's the bridge that they're building. Okay, hard things are just part of life, guys, aren't they? Hard things show up constantly. There's always a decision to make. If you choose ease, you're choosing to drop out of life and just sit on the couch, you know? What kind of a life is that? What's that going to give you back? There's always going to be a struggle involved in something. Something's going to show up. I do not know of anyone, not one soul, not one person who's ever said to me, my life is just easy. It's just so simple. I can't, I never have to do anything. The weight just falls off. I just do whatever I want to do. Sometimes I hydrate, sometimes I don't. I don't sleep well, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, and I feel great all the time. I eat sugar all the time and I have inflammation everywhere, but I don't even feel it. You know, and I wear my cute little size 6 jeans. No, it doesn't work like that. You don't have to get on the struggle bus. You need to walk over the bridge and build it as you go and understand there's a little sweat involved. Big deal. There's a lot of little sweat involved in whatever you do. Anybody have just a cakewalk of a time parenting? Anyone? Raise your hand. Not me. Man, it tested me. Man, it tested me. And still sometimes today, even with a 30-year-old and a 28-year-old, sometimes you get tested. It's not easy, and it's not for chickens. It's not for women who decide to leave their courage on the side. Step into who you are, friend. Step into who you are, because who you are inside is all of everything I'm talking about. You embrace the struggle, you embrace the change, you embrace the growth, and you see things in yourself that you never, ever, 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 ever did before. You see things. And I'm going to tell you this too. You get to build on each victory that you get, because they're all tiny, but those little tiny moments of like, yeah, I did it. Or yeah, it was a great day. Yes, I went to bed at a decent time. Yes, I hydrated all day long. Yes, I ate according to plan. All of these little things give you back your dignity, your courage, your strength, and it looks right into the very person that you are. It's a transparency that just makes itself known, isn't it? You see who you are. And when you show up for yourself and you show up for your sisters and you say, I'm going to do this anyway, that's when you become this wise woman who gets it. Because who you are deep, deep inside is in you, it's in me, it's in all of us. It isn't, you're not without. Maybe you just haven't looked. And I'm inviting you, take a look and see. Start believing that you can do it. Start believing that there's just, those pinkies up mean something. Those pinkies up put you in solidarity with a sisterhood of women who are doing the very same thing that you are and have decided they are going to make their lives better. They're going to take and embrace the struggle because they know at the end of that effort is a victory. At the end of that small victory is another one and another one and another one, and your life will look completely different in just a short amount of time. Vibrancy, all the juiciness that you want out of life, it's all there for you. It's all waiting for you. And I'm tapping you on the shoulder to say, it's here. You have it. It's not something you have to go finding in a book, finding in a guru, finding on TV or some late night, whatever, on YouTube. Don't need to do it. Dig. It's maybe a little bit of an archaeological dig sometimes, but God, let me just tell you, you're so worth it. You are so worth it. You are here for a reason, on purpose, put here by God. That's enough. That's enough. And that, my friend, is a gift. And that should spur you on to not ducking away from your responsibility to live your best life. Because that is your responsibility. If you've been given life, then you have a responsibility toward yourself, toward your family, and toward this community to live your very best life. And you can when you choose to. It's a decision, and the decision is yours. I'm putting it out there on you, and I'm just saying to you, let's do this together. This is how wise women roll. Boom. Am I right? Pinkies up, ladies. You're the best. Peace be with you, and thank you so much for joining me and for sharing this, because as you share this, we grow our community. And as we grow our community, we become stronger and stronger and stronger. Empowered women empower other women. Let's be those women. Peace be with you.